Happy Tuesday, Bobcat teachers and scholars. We are in for a terrific day of teaching and learning. Let's get started with the morning announcements.
Good morning, Scenic Hills Elementary students and staff. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with him, justice for all. Good morning, Bobcats are parables. I think positively. I take ownership for my actions. I make wise choices. I am excited about new learning. I will reach my goals. I forgive others and myself. I am understanding of differences. I am a leader. I am a Bobcat. Please pause for a moment of silence.
Now, scholars, if you are new to the hill, I just wanted to give you just a little reminder that throughout the year, we have just because treat days. So, you must always follow our 3 school-wide rules, which are to be respectful, responsible, and ready to learn, because you never know if this day is a treat day. And our students in the spotlight. Today we are shining a light on the scholars in Miss Atayam's Spanish class. Over the past week, we have caught multiple classes building their brilliance. Keep up the fantastic job. In our school-wide events and activities, we are continuing with our participation in the Read to Achieve, which is sponsored by our Memphis Grizzlies. Tonight's homework is to read for 20 minutes. Now, scholars, remember, you are trying to show us how brilliant you are. Make sure that you are courageously concentrating as you take your Mastery Connect assessments. Scholars, these tests are a little bit longer than the first two, because this test will tell us which things we need to go back over and review with you before our TCAP test. We will take our TCAP test in exactly 25 school days. So, scholars, we really need for you to make sure that you're doing your best, because we don't want to waste your time going over something that you already know how to do. So that's why we're asking you to take your time and concentrate on your assessments this week. We will be continuing with math and science and reading makeups. Teachers and scholars, this is a reminder that spring break begins in exactly 4 days. In 4 days, we will be out of school. Our school will be closed on next week. Now, we will be out Monday through Friday, but if we include both weekends, we are out of school for exactly 9 days. So remember, there are only 4 days left in this 9-week period. Make sure that you're courageously concentrating, and remember, this is a great time for you to check in with your teacher to make sure that you don't have any missing grades. Keep working hard. We'll be around to see who is courageously concentrating.
3GC Literacy Pledge. I promise to read each day and each night. I know it's the key to grow up right. I read to myself, I read to the crowd. It makes no difference if silent or loud. I read at my desk, at home, and at school, on a beanbag or bed, by a fire or pool. Each book that I read puts smarts in my head, because rain grows more thoughts, the more they are fed. Come rain or come shine, snow, wind, or sleet. Each day of the week, reading's a treat. So I take this pledge to make reading my way, and feeding my brain what it needs every day. By Deborah Angustein.
Today's classroom spotlight goes to our grade 3 scholars in Mr. Moore's class. These scholars were caught working at their different stations on Friday. Remember, we are looking for classes to spotlight who are working in small groups or working in their small group stations throughout this week. So if you want to be spotlighted this week, make sure that you are working hard in your small group with your teacher or in your small group with those scholars who are at the table or paired with you. Keep up the great work. Today we have one scholar to celebrate. It was on this day that Angel Rankins was born. Angel, we are so excited to have you with us today at the Hill so that we can celebrate just a piece of your special day with you. And we hope that this day brings you everything that makes you smile. Now, when you see Angel in the hallway, the cafeteria, outside on the playground for recess, on her way to support class, even if you don't see her until it's time for her to get back on the bus to go home this afternoon, be sure to give her a special Bobcat birthday shout out. Now, for those of you in the room with Angel right now, please help me wish her a happy Bobcat birthday by pointing to her and saying, Happy birthday! All right, scholars, it is time for our hard facts. Now we are going to listen today. We have been doing multiplication, but today you must be ready. Today we will be doing addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Pay close attention. Are you ready? Let's get started. All right, scholars, are you ready? Just a reminder that you have 3 seconds. In 3 seconds only. Answer the addition, subtraction, and multiplication facts. Attention. Let's go. 843 plus 53. 96. Did you use our strategy of counting on, or did you add your ones column and your tens column. There's so many different ways that you could have quickly added these numbers together. Whichever strategy you choose, scholars, make sure that you check your work. 24 divided by 6. 4. Did you get 4? You could use our strategy of repeated subtraction to figure out the answer to 24 divided by 6. Look on the screen. We take 24, we subtract 6, and we get 18. We keep subtracting until we get 0. So then we take that 18 and subtract another 6, and we get 12. We take 6 from 12, and we have 6. And then lastly, we take 6 and subtract 6 from it, and then we get 0. After you finish your subtraction facts, you circle the sixes in each of the equations, and then you count them. You will see that we have circled 1, 2, 3, 4 number sixes, which lets you know that your answer is 4. So just like we've been using repeated addition to do our multiplication facts, we use the opposite, which is subtraction, to do division. We'll be practicing more division facts as the weeks go on. International holidays. Scholars, today is Unique Names Day. So on this day, I encourage you to celebrate the uniqueness of your name, or to celebrate as a challenge what makes your name unique. Do you know the origin of your name? Do you know why you were named what you are? For instance, Principal White's first name is Jamie. What's unique about my name is that my name was going to be Jamie regardless of whether I was a girl or a boy. Why? Because my dad wanted to have a son, a junior, and my parents decided that I would be the person to be named after my father. And so my dad decided that my name would be Jamie. No, I am not a boy, so my dad didn't get a junior, but one unique nickname my dad had for me is that he would call me Junebug because I was his junior. So, do you know the origin of your name? Why your parents named you what they named you? If you don't, when you get in the car, when you get home this afternoon, be sure to ask your parents why they named you what they did. Today's Read Aloud is entitled The Fearless Flights of Hazel, Ying Lee. Teachers and scholars, it is Women's History Month. So throughout the month, we will read about different women, female, in our who made some type of history, did something very unique. So today we are going to read about a Chinese American whose name is Hazel Ying Lee. Now, if you look inside of our title, you will see one of our 30, 30, 30 words. And I want you to think about what you are fearless about. Something that people might say that you are not going to be able to do. And when people say that you can't do something, do you work that much harder to prove them wrong? Maybe you're fearless about doing a backflip. Maybe you are fearless about making perfect attendance. Maybe you are fearless about making straight A's. Are you fearless about getting on a roller coaster? Are you fearless about um, being President of the United States? Are you fearless about your goal of making the NBA, the NFL, the WNBA? What are you fearless about? Because today's main character is fearless, and if we break that word down, we know that our root is the word fear, and we have our suffix less. So that means without. So if you are fearless, you are without fear. That means you are not afraid. So what things are you not afraid of? Think about that before you read our Read Aloud today. And our Read Aloud is 12 minutes and 12 seconds long. In addition to our Read Aloud, we have our phonics song for our pre-K and K scholars. We have our stretchy, the word snake song for our scholars in grades 1 and 2. We have our place value misconception mystery game for our scholars in grades 3. Our scholars in grades 4 might like this one as well, but we are comparing decimals for our scholars in grade 5 as we review our first quarter skills to get ready for our TCAP test, which will take place in 24 days. Now, on yesterday, there were some scholars in multiple grades who missed out on treats because some scholars were not following the rules in the hall and the cafeteria. Today, we will be watching. I think the treats might be given out during lunch today because I want to make sure that we remember our cafeteria rules. So if you're following the cafeteria rules, maybe our monitors today will have something special for you. We will be watching. Make sure that you are following the 3R approach. Remember, every day we're building brilliant Bobcats because we are raising the bar by believing in ourselves, achieving our goals, and reimagining our future.